Hello again, everybody. Please do not adjust your sets. I have had a defuzzing in the past half an hour. Hair's gone, stubble's gone, but it's still Mr. Snow. Today's video is a very special one for me. I just received a parcel through the post at one of my first eBay purchases, and it is for a system that is very dear to my heart, and one that I hope to own again very soon. Most of these games I haven't played on the system. I have played some of them on other systems in the past, but it's doing them for this is very special. Today, this video is all about the Commodore Amiga. So today, I received a parcel through the post with some games that I purchased late last week. I'm just going to go through what I've bought. So first of all, this I have never heard of in my life, but it seems to be either quite sought after on eBay. It's what I bought for all 6 games. I could have bought this on its own for the same price. But the first one, it's called Shufflepuck Cafe. Never ever heard of this in my life, and hopefully once I get myself an Amiga I will be able to try it out. The box is actually in really good nick. It opens really well, and inside, as I will show it, you have a floppy disk. I love floppy disks. I think they are just the most amazing things in the world, and it's sad that they've gone in modern gaming. But yes, so floppy disk and a bit of paper, which it did seem to be the receipt at one point, though unfortunately the ink is all worn away. But finding receipts inside boxes is still always cool. And of course you have the inlay, which again is in absolutely fantastic condition, and all the instructions and stuff are all inside. So yeah, so that is game number 1. Okay, next up, and this is one that I do know extremely well from, I think it was on the ZX Spectrum I played this, but again it was one, it was a game that I quite enjoyed immensely, mostly because one of the little cheats you could do was you could completely hook the ball around a load of trees and land it in the middle of the lake or the pond, but the tree seemed to kind of put you on a little green island in the middle of the water, which was class. But game number 2 is World Class Leaderboard. Now graphically it is far superior to the old ZX Spectrum, but it was one I never owned it for the Amiga, but I do now. And it had some fantastic courses on it, including St Andrews, which is one course I am hoping to play on in the very near future. But again, now the case does have a slight crack on the back, quite a big crack on the back, but other than that, you know, the hinges are still in good condition. And inside you have another floppy, and you actually have an instruction sheet, you know, which again is in pretty good condition for its age. Slightly discolored, but still, you know, no rips, no tears, and something that really looks like it's been well looked after. I'll put that away there. And again, the inlay again is in really good condition, and again, you know, you miss the days where you get all the little ads inside for all the different games and the ranges and stuff. And again, there's some amazing games on there. Outrun, Gauntlet 2, Barbarian 2, Thunderblade. You know, these are games that I used to love growing up with. So that is game number 2. But it doesn't stop there. We are now on to big box games. Now, this is probably actually the one that's in the least, in the worst condition. Mainly because, you know, there's just a bit of bend in the sides, but, you know, the corners are all still in fantastic condition. And inside, I'm quite gutted because, you know, when you see the rest of the big boxes, you'll understand why I'm a wee bit gutted that inside I've only got the instruction booklet, which again, it's in fantastic condition. You know, again, slight discoloration just from age, but you know, there's no rips, there's no tears. You know, you have Jahangir Khan Squash, which that was a game I used to play on the Spectrum. Like a lot of these games, I played on the Spectrum more than I ever came across them on the Amiga, but they still, you know, like, I'm sure, you know, once I get to try them again, you know, they'll just be as enjoyable as what they were for, you know, on other systems. But that was a fantastic squash game. Absolutely loved that. Never ever played World Championship Boxing Manager. Never came across it. Back then, boxing wasn't something that I was big into. But again, one day I'll get to try that. But this one, Manchester United Europe. Now this is a game that I played, and it was such a cracking football game back in its day. It was just really, really enjoyable. It was a side-scrolling sort of football game. Back then, you had a lot of likes of Kickoff, Sensible Soccer, things like that there, you know, where it was all, you know, up and down the pitch. FIFA, you know, was something different. It was isometric to start with, but, you know, to have a, you know, playing left to right, it was sort of kind of like Match Day 2 on the Spectrum. Was sort of something similar, but again, Champions box collection. I think it's another fantastic addition to my fledgling collection. Now, next up, we have 3D Pool. Now, this was a very, very basic game. Sort of kind of looking at it now, but you know, back at, you know, whenever it first released, you know, there wasn't too many games out there that sort of went into all 3D snooker and pool. Jimmy White's was pretty much you know, the biggest one. A lot of the other ones was really, you know, top down and stuff. But again, you know, like this time, you know, the box is being really, really well looked after. You know, there's very little damage, you know, there's very little bend on it. There's no damage on the corners, you know, maybe like the slightest nick, but you know, all in all, you know, it's been really well looked after. It's got the original price. I think games with the original prices on them, I just think it just makes it a little bit more special. So yes, so and inside, you know, once we get away, and this is the reason why I was disappointed with, though we do have a wee slight bend in this side of the box, but you know, again, you know, it's still really well looked after, I think. And this is the reason why I was disappointed with the Champions, is because most of my other boxes have come still with the plastic bag, you know, and it's maybe a minor thing, but you know, it just, you know, that's what it came with, you know, to start with, and to have it still in there, you know, after all these years, still, you know, is I think it's just fantastic. We have 3D Pool, the floppy, again, instruction booklet, again, fantastic edition, and the receipt. Look, you know, it actually has the receipt from April 1991. You know, that is what, 29 years ago. That's a long time. So yes, So that is 3D Pull. We are coming to the end of the collection, don't worry. You know, I'm not going to bore you for too much longer. But next one, again, another big box. Greg Norman's Ultimate Golf. Now, I do have to admit, you know, I never actually played this one before. But, you know, at the time, you know, like Greg Norman, he was one of the biggest names in golf, you know, back, you know, but the box is in absolutely fantastic condition. You know, like, it, you know, you would expect to have found this, you know, sitting on a shelf, you know, with like the slightest damage, you know, but you know, you wouldn't have thought that this had been owned. And again, still in the bag. And this is what's inside. So again, the disc. And you know, I have to say, you know, every disc that I've received in these boxes has been, you know, in excellent condition. You know, you have the loading instructions in English, French, German and Italian. Yes. So, and you have the booklet. Now, there is a wee bit of bend. You know, it's not perfect. I'm sure sort of kind of maybe heavy books or something like that there might fix that there, but that is a thick book. You know, that's not a book, that's a novel, you know. But again, you know, you have the 4 different languages in there. You know, so so you have about, you know, a quarter of the book per language. You know, but again, you know, there's no rips, no tears. Like, the book is in fantastic condition. Absolutely fantastic condition. So we are on to the last game of this collection. This first lot, should I say. I have another game coming later this week, which is an extremely special game for me personally. And hopefully I'll do a wee short video on that later. But for today, last but not least, and this was the pinnacle of golf for a long time on all gaming systems, from PC, Amiga, you know, on the Mega Drive, Master System, you know, like even right through, you know, PlayStation, Xbox, you know. And it saddens me to say that this franchise was killed. It was killed with the last release. But you know, I digress. The game that I want to show is PJ Golf. This is the original, the daddy. This is the one that started it all. And you know, like, it had 3 official courses and a fantasy course, a 4th fantasy course. And for something that had so few, you know, courses, it was just something else playing it. And I grew up with these games, and it kind of makes me a bit emotional because, like, you know, I remember, you know, playing this for the first time. But once again, you know, like, the quality of the box, you know, it's like, you know, it's barely marked. You know, I'm gutted that the price isn't on it still. That just would have kind of made it a little bit more special, but you know, it really does, you know, again, like, and I got some bonus discs in this as well, by the way. I got Rampage complete game, which I'm assuming is the old Monster Destroy the Tower Blocks game, plus a demo of Simulcra. So I also have, they also copied the PJ discs. Thankfully, these aren't the only ones that I got in the box. They're just backups because I have the originals. So we have the program disc and the courses disc. Yeah. So we had the discs. We also have the literature of other titles. You know, so this, like, you can't really see all of it in one at once, but there's like some amazing games. What was it there? Powermonger, Stormovic, The Immortal, and there's deluxe paint, stuff like that there. It was just, the Amiga for me, it was an amazing system. In the early 90s, mid 90s, there's a command summary card, which is literally just about how to start it up on your Amiga, installing it, things like that there. But yeah, and again, like, I am amazed at how well the literature, the manual, I love games with manuals. But yeah, so there is a lot of information about playing the game, the basics, the courses, things like that there. Oh. And the registration card. This was back in the day before you could just go on and register your game online. You sent off the card and hope that it got there. But yeah, so we have the registration card, which I doubt I'll be able to register the game now, but yeah. And then of course the bottom of the box, including a cardboard inlay, which in fantastic condition. So that, as they say, is that is the very first lot of games I've received in the new beginning of Mr. Snow's gaming collection. So I will have other reveals and showing off of other games over the next few days, week or so, including a very, very special Amiga game coming my way very soon. I hope you've enjoyed this. I have been Mr. Snow, the new Mr. Snow. But yes, thank you for watching and have a good day.